Before we get started, how many of you have a condition, bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, etc.? Quite a few. That's wonderful. And how many of you are here because you love and support someone that does? Well, so that means the rest of you just want to know why we act like this? Well, hopefully I'm going to try to help explain that to a certain degree, but what I'm going to talk about today might shock a lot of you, because I'm not going to talk about how bad it is and how terrible it can be for us. I'm going to talk about how great it can be. And you're going to find that shocking. Some of you are going to think I'm crazy, which is true. I've got bipolar 1, extreme manias, totally out of control, extreme depressions, and schizophrenia. So I've got hallucinations, paranoias, delusions. Matter of fact, my delusion is so strong that when I was first diagnosed, I thought I was the worst one that ever lived. And that happens to a lot of us. When we first think that we've got this problem and we look at everybody else, theirs is nothing. Ours is terrible. Ours is so overwhelming that there's no way we're ever going to make it better. And it's a very common delusion. As a matter of fact, that delusion is so strong that a lot of people are going to say I'm an idiot, because we think anybody who says that can get any better has to be an idiot, because you can't get any better. And that type of delusion is what stops us from seeing the real picture. The real picture is we've got a condition that is incredibly difficult. How many of us have lost control of ourselves and done something maybe we shouldn't have? How many think some of the other people should have raised their hands? You know, the truth of the matter is, whether I'm crazy or not, everybody should have raised their hands, because we've all lost control. Shouldn't we admit it? We've all had a time in our lives where we said or did something we shouldn't have. It's just that those of us that have these conditions have a little less ability to control it. And it's a little more difficult for us, or maybe substantially more difficult for us. But there's this delusion that we have, and there's this stigma that's created, and we all talk about stopping that stigma. We all talk about everybody doesn't understand how difficult for us it is. But really, the stigma that I see is the thing that says I'm not capable. I'm going to accept what I think is called a diminished life. I'm not going to strive for greatness because I can't. I'm not going to experience things because I can't, because I'm not capable of it. And that's the delusion that's the strongest. It's the hardest one for us to overcome.